Have you ever stopped to think about the humble toothbrush? This little plastic stick with bristles that we use every single day. It seems so simple, so ordinary. But what if I told you that its story is a sprawling, globe-trotting adventure spanning thousands of years? Today, we're going on an epic journey to uncover the secret history of the toothbrush, from ancient chew sticks to the smart gadgets in our bathrooms. So grab your toothpaste, and let's dive in. Our story begins long, long ago, way before toothpaste or even brushes existed. Imagine ancient civilizations like the Babylonians and Egyptians, around 3500 BC. They didn't have fancy electric toothbrushes, but they still cared about clean teeth. Their solution? The chew stick. This was a small twig, often from aromatic trees that had cleansing properties. They would chew on one end until the fibers frayed, creating a primitive bristle-like brush, and use the other pointed end as a toothpick. It was simple, effective, and all natural. From Mesopotamia to the Nile, people were brushing their teeth with nature's own tools. It was the world's first toothbrush, and it set the stage for everything to come. Now, let's fast forward and travel east to China. During the Tang Dynasty, around the 7th century, a brilliant innovation happened. The Chinese invented what many consider the first bristled toothbrush, something that looks much more familiar to us. They took coarse hairs from the back of a hog's neck, yes, you heard that right, hog hair, and attached them to a handle made of bone or bamboo. This was a game changer. The idea of using animal bristles was revolutionary. Imagine the feeling of those coarse hairs for the first time. It probably wasn't the soft, gentle experience we have today, but it was a massive leap forward in dental hygiene technology. This design slowly traveled along the Silk Road, making its way to Europe, where it would eventually spark another wave of innovation. When the Chinese toothbrush design reached Europe, it was met with a mix of curiosity and skepticism. Europeans were still mostly using the old ways, rubbing their teeth with rags and salt or soot. Gross, I know. The hog bristle toothbrush was an expensive, exotic import, but the idea caught on, especially among the wealthy. The next major breakthrough didn't happen until the late 1700s, and it comes with a rather dramatic story. Picture this, it's 1780, and an Englishman named William Otis is in prison. With a lot of time on his hands, he was a fan of the prison ease method for teeth cleaning, that old rag with soot or salt. He was determined to find a better way. One day, he saved a small animal bone from his meal. He drilled tiny holes into it, got some bristles from a guard, tied them into small tufts, and glued them into the holes. Voila! He had created a toothbrush. After his release, Otis started a company to mass-produce his invention. The Otis Company became the first to commercially produce toothbrushes, and incredibly, it stayed in his family for centuries, operating until 1996. From a prison cell to a household name, that's one heck of an origin story. For the next 150 years, the basic design of the toothbrush, a handle with animal bristles, remained largely unchanged. But then, the 20th century arrived, bringing with it a material that would change the world: plastic. In 1938, a company called DuPont invented nylon. This was a turning point for the toothbrush. Nylon bristles were a massive improvement over animal hair. They were more hygienic, you could control their texture and stiffness, and they were way cheaper to produce. The first nylon toothbrush was called Dr. West's Miracle Tough Toothbrush. The timing was perfect. As soldiers returned from World War II, they brought back the habit of daily brushing that they had learned in the military, and the affordable, effective nylon toothbrush was there to meet the demand. This is when brushing your teeth truly became a daily ritual for the masses. The modern toothbrush as we know it was born. But innovation didn't stop there. If nylon was the big leap of the early 20th century, Electricity was the next one. In 1954, the first successful electric toothbrush, the Broxident, was invented in Switzerland. Initially, it was designed for people with limited motor skills or those with braces, making it easier for them to clean their teeth effectively. But soon, everyone wanted in on the action. The idea of a brush that did the work for you was incredibly appealing. Early models were a bit clunky and had to be plugged into a wall outlet, which sounds pretty risky for a bathroom appliance. But over the years, they became rechargeable, more powerful, and packed with features. We got rotating heads, oscillating bristles, and sonic vibrations that could produce tens of thousands of brush strokes per minute. The electric toothbrush turned a daily chore into a high-tech experience. It's a journey from a simple stick to a sophisticated diagnostic tool. So, the next time you pick up your toothbrush, take a moment to appreciate the incredible history packed into that small device. It's a story of human ingenuity, of our constant desire to improve our lives, one tiny step at a time. It is a journey that started with the frayed stick in ancient Babylon and has led us to the smart gadgets of the 21st century. It is a testament to the fact that even the most ordinary objects can have an extraordinary story. And who knows what the next chapter will hold for the Toothbrush Adventure? Thanks so much for joining me on this journey through time. If you found this history as fascinating as I do, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories behind everyday objects. Let me know in the comments what you use, a manual, electric, or smart brush. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep brushing and stay curious.